Hey, what's going on, guys? So today is a beautiful day, a little breezy out though, but sunny and warm. We're gonna be testing out some stuff from Temu. Right, just got a package. I got these magnesium sticks, which I was really excited about. I'm a huge fan of magnesium for fire starting. Basically, you just shave these little sticks and you throw sparks at the shavings, and it's a very intense. It's a quick fire. It's basically a little flash of flame, but it works very, very well. I used to love the magnesium blocks. I think Coleman was one of the brands from Walmart. Basically like a square about yay big or so. And then it had a ferro rod glued to the side of it and its own striker. And you used to be able to pick those up for $2.25 at Walmart. And I feel like years later, the price went up to like $4 or $5 for one of those, which is still well worth it. It's awesome. I mean, that block will last a very long time. It'll outlast the ferro rod. You might have to glue a new ferro rod in there, or you just use it, just as magnesium. But either way, I'm sure they still sell it there, but I was just curious to see if this actually works, or if these are just like aluminum tubes, and who knows, right? You can get pretty surprised by some of these super cheap Chinese things. This was $1.99 for a 2-pack. All right, so 99 cents each, which would definitely be worth it. Let's see, hang on. I got my battle box knife today. I don't need this bag. So let's pop one of these out, see what it looks like. This looks like a piece of metal, but apparently it's solid magnesium. We're going to find out in a second here. Alright, so we put that there. And I brought a little striker out here. Alright, so we're going to scrape some off. And we're going to strike it and see if it lights up. If it does, it's a great source for this stuff. Alright, so I got my striker. Alright, my ferro rod and striker. Oops. Alright, so let's see first off if I could scrape this. Let's zoom in for you. Just a little bit. Switch that. There we go. Alright, so first things first. Can I scrape some of this? Yes. Yes, I can. Actually, it's pretty easy to scrape. Get a nice little pile here. Rotating the rod as I go. I don't know if you could tell, it just looks like maybe some metal filings. Alright. Actually, is the camera even close to it? Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I'm focused on what I'm doing and not the camera. Alright. Just want to get a little pile. Doesn't have to be crazy. All right, mush that all together. I'm on a rough surface here, so obviously it's not going to all be in the same pile. But I want to get a little bit more for a test here. And I'm sure if the wind blows, I'll have to start over, because I feel it picking up right now. Now, if you use a sharper item, you can get little peels of this instead of tiny flakes. Let's see through the back of this particular knife. This is the Battle Box Mora style fixed blade. I'm testing that today, and that is not super sharp at all, actually. So that's not doing anything. All right, let's go ahead and see if I could throw a spark at this. Hang on, before the wind blows it all away and get to light. All right, so I'm going to do the pull method. I'm going to pull the rod away. Oh man, the wind just blew. I'm losing all my little pile here. All right, let's try this again. Okay. It's funny because I was having problems with my camera before I even started this video, and it seems to be one of those days. Alright, not a big deal, just popped out of here. I'm not sure if this is actually even glued in or pressure fit. So let's try this again. All right, something goes wrong, it all goes wrong. Okay. Well, I'm not able to concentrate. I want to actually probably get some tinder and then put this inside the tinder. It's just the problem, I don't know if you guys can even hear it with the camera or not, but the wind is really being a pain. So all right, well, I'm looking around. We got lots of dry leaves, but I don't want to use those. Let's see, I have an old flower head here. Just use this. Even though it's been raining on quite a bit, actually I'm gonna form a new pile first. All right, and then we'll put that on top. So I may or may not edit this just to skip some of the dead time. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just let it ride. We got a decent little pile here. But I have basically just the tinder so that when this does light, it has something to that flame to grab onto and light. And this is not a fantastic striker either. So hang on, let me zoom out a little. Probably some poor camera work in this one, but that's all right. This is my very first time trying this. Sometimes when I test stuff, I'll throw the camera on first, you get that first impressions, but realistically, a lot of the testing doesn't happen on camera. It's kind of awkward to do this stuff around a tripod. Anyone else who makes videos on this stuff can tell you that. Makes the whole process a little bit funky. All right. So, all right, let's try that. A little bit of a pile there. Okay, as the wind picks up, hang on. Why, wind? Why would you blow right at this moment? Super, super hard. Hang on, bear with me. Hopefully I don't have a huge shot of my bald head. I swear when I came outside it wasn't windy at all. But that's how things work, right? And as far as survival, it's almost never ideal. Kind of have to expect the worst if it's a real situation, right? So I guess it's good to practice in all situations. Hello. Come on, wind. Come on. Work with me. Mother Nature is not about it. Not right now. All right. Nope, more wind. You gotta be kidding me, right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Zoom out a little. This is just what it is. This is real, right? That's what actually happens. Of course I have low battery power too. Wonderful. All right. Let's go in between bursts here. Bursts of wind. You stay there. You stay there. Stop blowing around. Nope. Stop blowing around. There we go. All right. I'm actually going to throw the spark into it now instead. There we go. All right. So obviously not impressive. You're like, Jeff, man, if I got to do all that, what's the point? Well, the magnesium does work. It's just a matter of, you know, does this magnesium work? I don't know what this is. This is a mystery metal that I paid $2 for. Well, I paid $1 for each rod. Right? I barely scraped any off of there. And obviously it was scattered out. Definitely not ideal. But yeah, we're going to try this again, though. Because it's always possible. I know someone's got a comment and be like, dude, that wasn't even the magnesium, man. You just threw a spark at that tinder. That very well could be. So we're gonna try again in a second when the wind dies down. I just want to scrape a decent little pile here. I might do that off camera and then come back. Well, no, I'll keep it rolling. Be like, oh, dude, you switched it out. Come on. Why would I have nothing to gain from lying to anyone on these videos. I promise you that. So we'll just do it right now. Let's try to get, I'll leave that there. Want a decent little pile. I'm pushing harder, so I'm getting a little bit bigger flakes. Before I was just kind of, I was going really light at it. Let's rotate that a little. Another spot. Alright, so we got a little pile here. Whenever the wind's not blowing around. Alright. Just try to light just that. Whoops. Alright. Well, see, I lit a little bit of it, but I want to put it in the actual pile. Alright. You guys can see, right? Okay. There we go. Okay. I know. Not impressive, but at least that actually worked. So in, more ideal situations, you scrape a little bit more. And again, the purpose of the magnesium really is just to have one good flash where it burns super, super hot, right? That's the whole point, so that you already have your tinder ready, you got your sticks ready, or, you're going to work your way up to your fire, whatever fire system or plan you have, that you need that initial burst instead of just a couple, random hot sparks. The idea is use this, and this is the middleman. This is what gives you that super intense initial burn that catches your tinder. And once you have actual flame, then you can go from there, right? That's the purpose of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is, I don't know if it's magnesium. I couldn't tell you that for sure. I'm not a scientist. I don't have any equipment to test this. But I can tell you it's flammable. A spark caught it and it burned nice and hot. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So totally worth it. I'll definitely keep playing with this. I want to try some different things as far as, different knives have different levels of sharpness on their spines. There are good bushcraft knives that have very exact 90-degree angles, so they're actually sharp. It's almost like using your blade. Obviously, you don't want to use your edge. If it's an emergency, who cares? If you need fire to survive, then yeah, use your knife edge. But ideally, you want to use the spine of your blade. Hang on. All right, the back of your blade to, you can use it to spark your ferro rod, but just to initially scrape that. But this one is not a 90-degree edge. It's actually a little bit rounded, just I guess maybe for comfort. Who knows what the process. This has a little bit of a black wash on there, so this might have been tumbled or something. So there's just not a very sharp edge. When people are looking for different bushcraft knives, that's something that a lot of people put a lot of priority on. Obviously the blade shape and size and weight and blade steel, all that stuff matters, the grind, the geometry. But something that might be overlooked is the capability of sparking a ferro rod with your knife, which this will. I'm sure it will. It's just not effective. Yeah, see, I mean, I got some sparks, but that is not what you want. You want something that takes very little effort, that's literally a sharp edge, a 90-degree edge. All right, so that's what's ideal for bushcrafting knives. But anyway, I had this out already. I was just kind of playing with it. It's a cool knife, but there you go. That's one thing that's a negative, that you might not prefer this knife for bushcraft stuff. It feels fantastic. Woodwork's cool. I had this out because I was doing some feather sticks and stuff, and it works well for that. I just have it clipped onto my pants right now. The sheath just has a simple clip on it. Just works, but doesn't work as well as other knives. It's a constant journey to find the best knife. But yeah, having that sharp spine is something to consider, as you saw in this little demo. So there you go, just another option. Temu, AliExpress, there's a million of those websites. I'm sure they all have it for a similar price. As of at least filming the video, Temu seems to undercut a lot of those other companies. So like if you're already used to using AliExpress and they have a 2-pack of these for like $4 or $5, I mean, does it make that much difference? If you're not comfortable using Temu, then don't. If you're not comfortable using any of these companies, then don't. I'm sure you can find these exact same products from an American seller, or an American seller through Amazon or eBay or whatever. The price is going to be a lot more. I got a couple random things this time just to test out. This is one of them, and this just happens to be the cheapest source of magnesium that I know of. But anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, you know, sticking with me through the struggle. I can easily throw these videos away like, oh, that's not very impressive, but this is real. This is just what it is, so I'm sharing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.